Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another episode of Factorio Deathworld Permadeath on our isolated and secured peninsula. Now, in the last episode, we layered the walls, we greatly expanded our solar farm, we fished some electrical power along the walls here for later when we have a lot of ores and stuff there, we're going to want power available, and we're going to have to fish the electrical power over here as well, all the way to this wall. We need to start using that oil field pretty much immediately. So like this setup, it's working, but we're gonna want to upgrade it as soon as we possibly can. So I'm just gonna grab all that stuff. We're gonna head out and I am going to fish the electrical power over now. So let's just make more big electric poles. We've got chat open. Yeah, once I have the power over there, then I can work on redoing our little oil area. And I'd like to start trying to learn how to use trains, but I hear everyone always tells me that they keep getting hit by trains. Which obviously has me a little spooked, but I don't want to die in permadeath because I got hit by a fucking train. I feel like that's the epitome of all preventable death, right? Anyway, let's go around all of this. Hopefully, I'll have an easy time navigating the car through the terrain. We gotta start from over here. Okay, the cable is straight. Let's lay out another. All right, so now we just continue going that way. For watching. Man, that is way better than Grounded was. Right on. Yeah, it looks like Factorio is the quick starter today. Hello, Zelfer. Hello, Raincheck. How are both of you doing? Raincheck, have you bought your Jeep yet? Once you have all that trunk space, you'll need to figure out where you're gonna bury the bodies. Have you given any thought to that? Just fucking with you. All right, we gotta get rid of this tree, get him out of the way. Okay. I'll have to leave the car behind for a little bit just to get through here. All right, so the ores, I think I'm gonna pass this down right here in between the stone and the copper. Yeah, let's move it over. All right. Straight down. Hang on. I don't know if that was the max distance or if a tree was in the way. All right. That might be far down enough. Then I go that way. Maybe go down by one more and then go west. But I have to go retrieve the car. If the walls get attacked at any point, I don't want my car to be like a mile away, right? I'm doing okay, Zelfer. I'm doing all right, buddy. Yeah. I got some exercise this morning. I walked up that steep hill near my home, and I had a cold shower, and I'm still fasting. So all in all, I've done everything I can to make a shitty life that much better, right? You want to sleep, but it escapes you. I feel that, buddy. I woke up at like 4 in the morning because birds outside were chirping, and I was awake tossing and turning for like an hour and a half. And I also had like really bad allergies, so that ramped up once the antihistamines wore off. Yeah, hopefully you can catch up on some lost Z's soon, Rain Check. Have I tried taking a hot shower? Oh, your Rain Check. Have you tried taking a hot shower and going straight to bed afterwards? Usually does the trick for you, eh? Maybe you could give that a shot, Rain Check, and you could report back what happens. If Raincheck is anything like me, then he just has this passive anxiety that he can't shut off, and it stops him from entering a rest state. You know? There's literally people so retarded, like myself, where we lived through such fucked up experiences. Like, I've been to jail 4 times, right? Like, I remember I had a birthday where I was given a Mickey by my brother, and he spent an hour with his friend looking for a nugget of crack on the floor of their car. Like, I had a really weird upbringing. And as a result of that, I'm not like Zuzi. Like, Zuzi, she sleeps like a rock. She can literally lay down, get tired, and sleep through the night. She doesn't have, like, this insomnia thing going on. Me, the slightest noise, and I'm like... And my eyes just spring open. And then once I'm up, I'm up. I'm like stuck up for at least an hour, right? Oh, it's not a 7-day fast, Zelfer. I typically fast all day, every day. If I have lunch, it's a rarity, right? And that's part of the way that I maintain like just my general bill of health, right? I just skip breakfast and lunch most of the time, and I only eat a massive dinner. And then I'll snack a little bit after dinner if I want to have like potato chips or candy or anything like that. I just wait till after dinner. You can usually sleep if no one is in the house. I get that. I get that. It's because if they make a slight noise, then you wake up. Yeah. The worst is when, well, I mean, the absolute worst is when you're trying to keep a good schedule. Like I go to sleep at typically 12 and wake up at 8 every day. A big part of that is because Zuzi has to wake up at 8 to get ready for work and go there. So like that's our routine, that's our schedule, right? We stay up until maybe 11 to 12, and then we go to sleep until 8. Typically we're going to sleep by 11:15. But like a lot of people, they just, you know, not everyone cares about being quiet when you're trying to sleep. And to compound the issue, not a lot of people understand what it's like to have anxiety problems and be a light sleeper. Some people can sleep through construction work outside, so they're never going to adequately understand what you go through when you're a light sleeper who's had a hard life, right? Like, a lot of people are kind of sleep spoiled, and it makes me jealous, and I hate it. Like, they just don't know what it's like to be unable to sleep well. You know, it just comes naturally to them. Makes me jelly. Oh, we keep a meticulously clean space, yeah. I started supplementing with magnesium glycinate to try and improve my ability to sleep. We also take a B complex vitamin once in a while and omega-3 pills with vitamin D in them. I get a lot of IUs of vitamin D, like 8,000 whenever I take it. But it helps me sleep better, but it doesn't make me sleep like a normal person would sleep still. Like, I'm still kind of debuffed. I will always have a bubbling and boiling envy for people who can just sleep through the night. Always. Like, I will always be super jealous of that. Like, I just don't get how they can do it. Let alone people who can sleep during loud noises and it just doesn't affect them, you know? All right. You know what? I'm gonna go straight down from here. And then we go to the left. Yeah, cleaning the pillow is very important, Stereo. It is a very important yeah, when you clean your pillow, there's actually like apparently microbial insects that build up on your pillow. They like literally build colonies on your pillow. And it's a damp environment because you sweat a lot from the head typically. So it becomes very moist, which is really it bolsters bacterial growth. We never wash our pillows, but we're actually, me and Zuzi, we're about to wash our pillows like very shortly. I might actually go down by one more length on that. I've tried to research everything about sleep and make it better, but honestly, the best way to sleep well is to have parents who just take care of you. Like, that's, you know, like, you can tell who has an anxiety disorder and who doesn't based on whose parents would respond when they cried as a baby and would come pick them up and soothe them. The parents who would just leave their kids in the crib to cry, those kids are the ones who have difficulty sleeping. Their nervous system adapted to the sense of abandonment, so they always have like a fight or flight response. All right, so we have our electrical stuff here. There we go. Hello, Susanna Banana. Rain check, you've already asked that before. I know you're a sociopath, but try to remember the lessons that I teach you, all right? So murder is bad because murder is specifically defined as the killing of an innocent. Killing is not bad if it's done in self-defense. So, like, if yeah, there's a distinction. The Hebrew language already knew this. Hello, Anthony. It's good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Oh, and David, hello. Thank you. Yeah. Good to see you again. So there's two Hebrew words, right? There's Ratshak, Ratsak, and Harag, and one means murder, the other means killing. And the distinction, the commandment, actually, when translated directly from Hebrew, is thou shalt not murder. It's not thou shalt not kill. Because even God understands that, like, sometimes in order to like protect the sanctity of life, you have to kill a bad actor who's trying to kill you, kill your family, whatever, right? So it's like, that's the difference. Murder is wrong because you're killing something that doesn't deserve it. I don't know if this electrical... You know what? This might be too close. If it is too close, then I risk the biters being able to shoot these and shut down my laser turrets remotely. So I think what I might do is put this right here. And then bring one down right here. Wire these. And then that. Yeah, and then... So now there's, like, more distance to keep them safe. Motorcycle safety course. God damn. Yeah, killing is a neutral act, but the intention behind it and who you kill and the reason why is what defines whether it's good or bad. Should I just, like... These don't really line up, but maybe I should just get rid of this. Oh, okay, this won't do. I need to move them down a little bit more. For a very specific reason. The oil field. I can't have the obstruction on the oil field. So let's take a look here. Most of them clear just fine, but we are going to have to move this down a little bit. So bring that up. That's oil right there, right? But there's enough room to get it. So we put this right here. And then I'm probably going to get rid of the poles up on top. A really cool debate that I like to have, because it stumps so many people and it's so hard to think about, is when does killing, like, corrupt politicians become viable in self-defense, right? Or, like, CEOs of companies who knowingly poison, disenfranchise, and ruin the lives of hundreds of millions of people knowingly just for profit's sake, right? Like, when you think about things like PFAS chemicals or Roundup or... You know, yes, they're filling a market need, but a lot of these things, they end up, like, ruining lives. So it creates this this distinction of, like, could you have knowingly done things in a better way? Did you act with malice? Did you know that people would be sickened and disenfranchised by this? Like, and does that deserve and warrant public execution? Formal, legal execution. Right? I love to think about that. And personally, I sometimes am of the mind that crucifixion should make a comeback. Anyway, we have the power fished around. I don't really see any mining nodes down here, which is lucky. That means we don't need to fish the electrical power there. Oh, wow. There's actually another crude oil vein right there that I didn't even notice. That's interesting. Okay. With the electrical power put here, we're good. I'm going to build up these walls bigger. You got a lady, Anthony. Right on. Right on, buddy. Just be careful. My cousin on my step family side, she got in an accident with her husband. He died and she lost a leg. Happy riding. We are gonna have to cut a bunch of the trees here because we might cause forest fires with our flamethrower turrets, but we'll worry about that later. I'm gonna go on the other side of the wall. I don't have any fish because they spoiled, so if I got attacked by shit, I might get fucked up. Like, those nests are nasty, dude. I tried to take those on before and I couldn't. They have medium worms, so they're crazy powerful. No problem, Anthony. Just remember, it only takes one bad ride. In fact, my dad, my biological father, he was selling his motorcycle, so he took it out for one last spin. Fucking totaled it. That one last ride. Yeah, I know, Zuzi. I died and grounded, like, right away. And even though I was playing for 15 minutes, there was only one person who showed up. It was rain check, so I was like, fucking stupid, fucking annoying, fucking, you know. So now back in Factorio, we have 9 people. Things are good. We're bouncing back. We're getting some work done. And the really important thing to remember, Anthony, is that even if you drive correctly, some other idiot could get you killed. That happened to my brother Ronnie. He was on an electric scooter, an emu bike they're called, and he went through an intersection and some old man turned left into him and he died. He died after pain. But yeah, he ended up dying to that. Dude, you're just so much more vulnerable. Like, people die at the fault of other people in a car or a truck. On a motorcycle, it's, you know, you're gambling with the stupidity of other people. I don't know that I could do that. I've wanted to do it. I've thought about wanting to get a motorcycle if by some miracle I ever had any money. But, like, it just, you know, I usually think differently of it after. I can't trust people to not get me killed. Okay, let's grab some coal and let's fill things up. We gotta continue production. Our iron mine is getting increasingly depleted. But I mean, that's just a sign of good production, I suppose. Grab those. Yeah, production's pretty good. We have everything we need right now. Oh shit. Southwestern walls. We gotta respond to that. Where's the car? Fuck. I really wish it told me when they were attacking rather than when the walls break. Hang on. Alert noise when biters attack wall, not break it. Factorio. Shit. They might breach the wall. We'll see. Nope. That's why we have really thick walls. But they are getting stronger. That's why we need to focus on getting those flamethrower turrets ready. I still haven't been able to figure out why the black screen flash happens. Yeah. I tried to research it, but... Okay, well, let's try this. Use flip presentation model in the graphics settings. Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Maybe it'll fix the black screen flashing thing. The walls are good for now. We stopped the biter expansion. Let's return. No, I just got a black screen flash again. I don't know why Factorio does that. It's no other game that I play. What if I go into like windowed mode or something? I like full screen. I'd prefer to have like borderless, you know, windowed borderless, but it doesn't look like that's an option. All right. Well, let's at least see if we get the black screen flickering here. If not, then I won't even worry about it. We've made a lot of plastic, which is good. We have more batteries coming in. We're gonna need more coal here. Let's bring more coal. And I need to fill these. All right. There we go. We now have continued plastic production. Plenty of these resources for more batteries. In fact, I might be able to do the second battery farm now. We'll see. I'll make as many accumulators as I can. We need 176. We're no longer even using the steam power, so we're ahead of, you know, we're ahead of that. And then we need a bunch of iron. There we go. All right, accumulators coming in. I don't know how many. We need 175. Right on, Susanna Banana, right on. Yeah, what's on the agenda right now? What are you up to? I mean, I know you're going to do some chiseling, probably. Let's deposit the plastic and keep 2 stacks on me. I'm going to want to make a lot more of those red circuits, but we're actually going to want to try to automate red circuit production, and I might want to begin the task of trying to use trains. I never really have. Like, I'm not good with trains, but we can try that out. $49 accumulators so far. Let's look into the flamethrower turrets, and maybe we can begin laying out the piping. Yeah, we want to get all of this oil inside this area into the same network. I was thinking that, like, I know trains are an efficient means of transporting fluids. I usually prefer doing underground piping. But that creates a lot of lines you can't get past. But maybe what I could do is do the underground piping in a way where it's like tucked in and I don't typically drive around it. Like maybe I could pipe it up here. Oh, but I need it along the walls too. Okay, well there's no resources down here. The only thing that sucks is when you're driving and your quote-unquote underground pipe, you like drive into it and break it, right? Even though it's an underground pipe and you shouldn't be able to, you still can. Okay, now we have to empty some of these and we'll get some batteries back and then we can make even more. Not many more, mind you, but some more. We have 135, so we're well over halfway to finishing our massive solar farm here. I have the 2 substations that are going to be required for it. Flamethrower turrets. So I need steel, engines, gear wheels, and pipes. We have a wealth of gear wheels and pipes. I don't need to worry about that. In fact, I'm going to up my storage game here. There. Now I can fit a lot more of everything and stockpile goods. I'll just make more. Right? And maybe I can use the opposite ends to store things that are kind of adjacent. Like I would say steel and gear wheels are adjacent, copper and copper wire are adjacent. Okay. Or I could even just do like iron plates and copper plates over here. We do have a lot of engines still. That does make a lot of flamethrower turrets. What's our bottleneck at present? We don't need many. The thing is, there's very limited wall space here, right? Let's grab some pipes, because it seems like that's our primary bottleneck at present. And then gear wheels and steel. I can make 13 turrets for now, so I'll make them. $17. And now all of our engines are used up. We are going to try and make more red circuitry. All right. I may as well just fill the chests in the middle rather than the machines. Now the plastic. Okay. There we go. We're making a whole bunch of those. I need 2 stacks of every resource in order to make sure I can craft things on the fly. Yeah, we'll have a lot of red circuits there, and that's going to help us out quite a bit. Our flamethrower turrets are coming in, albeit slowly. We need to start piping all of the oil. I could just use these oil fields to fuel those. I don't really know. I think it would work. But I'm also going to need to have pumps in order to transport the fluid. So let's craft some pumps. How do I make pumps? Right here. Steel, engine, and pipes. I'm going to need more engines. So I might want to just make myself a few personal assemblers. All right. It's got to be up here. All right, I can still get through. All right, it won't give me very much, but that will give me some engines. I just need a few for the pumps, not that many, just for transporting the oil over long distances. Wait. Oh, wow, I actually have 50 engine units here? Where the hell did those come from? Okay. I mean, I guess I can make way more than I thought. The bottleneck must have been like steel or gear wheels or something. Or pipes, right. Okay, well, we're good. We'll leave those producing anyway. What's up here? We're all out of plastic. So the bottleneck is plastic, but we can grab more later. For now, let's start getting all this ready. Yeah, pump jack. I need to make 2 speed modules. Where are those? Right here. Which requires advanced circuits. Let's grab these. All right, we have the pump jack. We have the speed modules. I'm gonna want to shut down production here, which is ambitious, but we need to get those flamethrower turrets done. So I'm thinking, yeah, these 2. I could combine all 3 of these, maybe. But I don't know how that would work with the directionality of it. This one can fuel that wall, these two can fuel this wall, and then this one can have, you know, just one turret, one spot of oil doing it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the best way to go about this. I might even just combine both of these and then fish it around, but I'm not certain. Because I might literally only need one of these in order to fuel all the flamethrower turrets at a wall, right? So let's start with that one up there. It's going to be the easiest one to take care of and get set up. We'll have our flamethrowers really soon. I'm just surprised you don't need electricity for flamethrowers, because how would the targeting system work? You know? Same with the machine gun turrets. It's weird that you don't need anything other than just building it. Anyway, let's put down the pump jack. We're gonna need some power here, but that's easy enough. I can bring some over. Yeah. Probably from over there would be the easiest way to do it. It even looks like it's directly in line with this. So for now, let's just start piping it over. By the way, how do I check the pressure? And how much pressure do I even need? I hope there's gonna be like a good way of seeing the pressure that you require. All right, straight. Oh. We could use this one, but I'd rather use the one up there. I better not forget where the car is. I might need it if we get like a biter attack here soon. All right. That's straight. Good. All right, the power has been delivered to the pump jack. Pretty much. I can't make that be a straight line, so we're just gonna use a big one. I need my straight lines, bro. All right. Pipeline extent, 11 out of 320. Yeah, I don't know how much pressure is going to be needed. Like, how many pumps do you need? How many pumps do you need in an underground pipe? You need one pipe to move a full pipe's worth of fluid over long distances. To prevent flow degradation, you should insert a pump in your underground pipeline every 17 segments. Okay. So I guess we'll put a pump right here to start. But we'll also need power. So you know what? I'm going to bring this up. Yeah. And then it should be very easy to give it power whenever it's needed, because we'll have the radius of that, right? So put this pipe, And then... yeah, all right. I'll move it up by one more. I can't. No, I can't. All right, here we go. We'll have our first flamethrower turret set up in like 10 minutes. I'll put a pump next to this one. Right there. Did I even craft the pumps? Let's make like 4. Okay, there. So the pump is working. I'm not really sure that one pump jack can cover this whole wall, but I'm assuming it can. So how many was that since the pump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17. So we need a new pump right here. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would need cliff explosives in order to do this. I'm gonna have to make like a little elbow here, unfortunately. Yeah, sometimes it works out that way, or rather doesn't work out. It's funny, because if it was an underground one, the cliff wouldn't matter, right? It's just really weird. I don't like the pipe to ground system, because it's like, it's not what it says it is. All right. Put that there. Put this... shit, I gotta move it back by one more. Yeah, I really wish I had cliff explosives while I was setting this up. We'll have to come back and fix this later. In fact, I might... that was what, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. We got to bring that back up. Can't put it there because of the cliff, but... all right. So we have a powered pump. Now we got to just continue fishing it along. I don't really want it passing through the iron, so we'll have to make another elbow. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 15, 16. Huh. Wait a minute. I should probably bring it up there to where the power is, right? instead of even doing it this way. Yeah, it's got to follow the electrical line. So maybe I won't have to fix that later. All right. It's way up there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, which I can put a pump right there. Right here. Then we have the pump. Is that lined up proper? Yes, it is. Okay. We need a pump pretty much right here. Let's make a couple more. Another one. Now we need an elbow. Actually, we'll want this to be moved back by 1. So like right here. With that going right there. And then we have the elbow. And the flamethrower turrets, we'll try to place them like right here. Now, I never expanded this wall. So I'll need to figure out how exactly I'm expanding it. I'm gonna want these flamethrower turrets to be like so. But if I push the wall forward, I could place these here and then extend the walls backwards, technically. But I have to make sure there's a lot of overlap here, otherwise there might be spitter problems. So I'm gonna move this down like that. And then fuck, I can't see. Clear the trees. We now have our first active flamethrower turret. I'm going to layer up these walls in the back like this. We need to put 2 more rows. So this is 1 row. And then the other. Okay, the wall is thick enough. 4 walls thick. MSQ 67. We got a 13-year-old in chat. How are you doing? Okay, now I'm actually gonna have to keep the power over here and then fish it over. So let's take these apart. I'm gonna, yeah, because I need to make sure I can still use the pumps. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we place the flamethrower turrets, and we try to cause as much good overlap as we possibly can. I might want to clear cut these fucking forests. I know you can use grenades, but I feel like that's a waste of grenades. I'll just grab up the wood. Well, okay, it's not a waste of grenades. I would happily make some and use it, but I don't have the supplies to make too many. You know? Yeah, I could make like 10 more. And it's probably... I'll use grenades on those trees. Nice. Except now, whatever time I saved, I'm basically going to use repairing the wall. All right. Now that I can see the overlap, we're good. I might actually be able to see the overlap on the map if I change a specific setting. Hang on. Okay. Well, not really. I'll just have to do this with my eyes. It would be easier during the day, but we'll figure it out anyway. That is a good amount of overlap. You kind of want to have a Venn diagram of overlap here, right? So if you see, you want to have like a lot of coverage here. But did that get moved over at all? I don't think so. I think it's fine. I'm just gonna make sure though, because like if I ended up hitting a tree or whatever, then it would be off kilter. But then if I'm too close, I can't see the overlap. We need daylight, man. I need fucking sunlight to actually see what I'm doing. All right. So what's the distance between these? Fuck it, I'll just try to get the similar result up here. That's the same result right there. Okay. As long as these line up, which they do. Good. Now, let's hook these up. This wall almost never gets attacked, but eventually it will. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, that's why you said 6, 7, isn't it? That's why you said 6, 7, is because I counted 7 pipes. I said 6, 7. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's exactly why you said 6, 7, and I called you a 13-year-old. It's probably something I would have said if someone said 6, 7. You're gonna sacrifice a couple metal plates to make a mining bag? 12 slots for ores or stones and would be perfect for long travel. Yeah, you're right. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That one's fired up. I might want to go ahead and put a pump here, which I will do. So it'll refresh the pressure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said it again. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right. All right, we'll just make the elbow here. Okay. Yeah, so far it looks like it's gonna work just fine. So how many is that since the pump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18. Way more. So we need to add another pump right here. Pump it up. Pump. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's place the next flamethrower turret, but we're gonna have to get through some trees, which... Wait, there's a button I can press to show the grid. I need to know what the button is that lets me show the grid. It's super helpful. Hang on. How to show grid lines, Factorio. Shift space. Or press F5. Okay, it's F5. Yes. Oh, that's super useful. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep the mouse on that grid line. Yeah. It's a little too hard to see, honestly. Like with all the, I'm just gonna clear a bunch of these. Ugh. Yeah, everything Stereo said is what the goal of this game is. You have to build a factory, survive hostile alien bugs. And you have to try not to think 6-7 while you play. Six seven is just the new version of Banana Phone. Change my mind. Gotta get rid of these trees here. It's just like this brain infection, right? Like this cultural brain infection that people are getting. Anyway, those appear to have equal spacing. All right, and we'll need one more flamethrower turret as well, which we already have. Let's turn off the grid. This one will be a lot easier to do. All right, so there we go. We now have equalized spacing on all of them, complete coverage of the other side of the wall. We just need to get these fueled up, which is happening right now. Most of them are fueled up already. Where's the pump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Put a pump. I have no more underground piping, but I can craft more. Hopefully we can get these finished. I have a whole bunch back at base, just not right here, right? Okay. Make an elbow. Fish that over. And then I don't know how many pipes I have and whether or not I need a pump, but I have one more pump, so I'm just going to place it here anyway. All right. Well, that should do. Yeah, we have our first fortified wall. Nice. The entire pipe network is full of fuel. The pumps will deliver more of it as it goes. I would love to test out the wall, but in order to do that, I would need to bait an attack from the nearby nest, and that just doesn't seem very safe, because I would have to, like, seal the wall behind me. Yeah, we're not going to bother. We got to get this set up elsewhere, but we have our first one done. Let's go to the car and think about setting up the others. We're going to need more flamethrower turrets for sure. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets for that wall. Oh, and we have to put these 2 speed modules into the pump jack to make sure that it always delivers more fuel as fast as possible. I think I can just do 1 pump jack per turret wall. I'm not really sure of that, but I'm assuming I can, because it holds a lot of fuel in the pipes in reserve, right? Let's grab all the plastic and I can make more red circuits. We have 1,000 and I have more batteries too. I'll put that coal in there. Now, I'm actually going to want to deactivate one of these. And yeah, I'm using that one for this wall, and I'm going to use these 2 for all of these walls. I know there's oil right there, but I want all of that oil to be used for my base, to be used for the production of things, right? I'm going to use these little cheapo ones for just turrets. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna take all this apart now. It's time. It does feel a little reckless, I admit, because we don't know if we're gonna need any more of that stuff, but I'm assuming I have plenty of what I need. Okay. Actually, okay, yeah, I don't need these, but I do need to bring the electrical power over here. for the pumps to work. How many big electric poles do I have? I have none. I'm gonna make 15. Yeah, I don't like 6, 7. Back in my day, we had actual jokes. You know what I mean? It was like, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Like, that's... We lost that in translation somehow. It just, like... I don't know. Humor gave way to just... mysterious, dumb humor, you know? All right, let's craft up some of these big poles. I'm probably gonna actually have to... I need to bring power down to there. It's a shorter distance if I bring it down from here, but I'm worried about impacting my main bus too much. So I'm gonna bring it over here. Yeah, we can use this entire space right here as like a main bus space later. So I'm trying to like save room and keep everything clean. I might even push this up. Anyway, let's fish the power. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? 7 was a 6 offender. Wow. See, that's a good one. So, which way am I going to do this? Am I going to fish the power down there to that and then down, or leave this open by going around this way and then... Either way I go down. It's just a matter of, do I want to connect this to that? I don't think I do, because... I can technically use this area here as main bus area if I don't, right? Yeah, I'll try to keep the lanes clear. Let's drag this down. I think that lines up. It doesn't really have to perfectly. I'm glad that the wall attacks have been quiet. All right. We need the car. So this power infrastructure coming down here is no longer required. I can collect it and repurpose these electric poles, and this whole area will be open for like a main bus, you know? One thing I've never tried to do is I've never tried to make a vertical main bus before. I usually try to do it horizontal. Maybe this time we'll try to make a vertical main bus and have fun with it, right? Okay, all of that can be retrieved. We need to fuel up all of these. We've been gone for a while, getting all that sorted. All right. Deposit the copper, deposit the iron, more copper. We got some plastic right here. Most of our stuff is in the trunk of the car. Let's grab some coal and fuel up everything. I do mean everything. We have to continue production. and then the stone mine down below. And the copper was not, those furnaces weren't filled. I was only able to put like 25 each. I'm gonna... I guess I can't insert the plastic yet because it's all in my car. Let's just continue fishing the power. We've managed to maintain production here. Although I feel like I should probably try to increase the storage here. There. May as well keep it all working, keep it all collecting, right? So rather than fishing this down and obstructing more of this space, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down from here. It's gonna end up taking more resources, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, I want to keep the middle area open for just factory construction, you know what I mean? Although, that would require more piping and stuff as well. But you know what? I do think that this whole area should be more than enough for me to figure out a main bus of some sort. So we'll go with it. We'll just go with it. So those are activated. This has to be moved down. I can't get that to be a straight line at all, can I? Doesn't look like it. What if I use one of these? No, you just can't. Can't be a straight line. I hate that. I hate it. But I can make an angled line that looks straight, I think. Yeah. All right. But then they don't both have power. Okay. So now we go all the way down. Not all the way, maybe, but as far as we can to make sure that we're leaving a big open space for a main bus later. So I'll try to go down to like here, maybe. That line. So let's stand here. I don't think I can go lower without exceeding that line where the water is. Okay, you know what? I could, yeah, I can do that. Good. So now we just go hard left. Going to be annoying to run all this electricity through here, but we only have to do it once, and then we just benefit from having it all set up. We're almost at the second wall. Yeah, we're trying to leave this area open for main busage. And it looks like, you know, we're doing a good job. If I could bring, you know, like we have all of this space and then this turn and then we can go over there. So really is if I'm willing to be complex about the main bus, yeah, we can get a lot done. It would be an architectural challenge, right? Like an engineering obstacle. And I feel like I need those because I'm not that good at building in this game. It's hard to be good at building in Factorio. I mean, just putting it together is difficult, but then taking it a step further when, like, I don't know the mathematics required for ratios and stuff, so I can't figure out all that. I can't maximize my throughput without the help of AI or something. That's going to present a big challenge for me. I mean, look, this might come as a surprise to some of you, but I'm fucking stupid. Like, I know enough to get by, and I'm healthy, but it's easy to be healthy. It requires nothing. It literally just requires, like, eating less, taking cold showers, and getting exercise, and those are, like, caveman activities, right? Yeah, it's, I can't equate healthy habits to being intelligent. It's not fair to actual intelligence. I suck at Factorio, but that's part of the reason why I want to play it. I want to get better at it, you know? All right, put these here. I think that'll do. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15. I might want to have a pump back here. Can I even make any more pumps? I think yeah, I can make 4 more, but we are going to be tapped out on resources. We're going to have to go back and regroup. Oh shit, that's not even close enough. Okay. So we have to move these over by 1 more space. There. All right. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, it's like, I think it's fine if there's a slight drop in oil delivery speed, like if I have 18 or 19 pipe sections instead of 17. I don't think it's gonna make or break anything. That's 9 piping sections. 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah, fuck. I need to temporarily make an elbow down. 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Honestly, I might just add a pump like back here. That is the last pump that we have, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what? I'll just put the bend back here. Yeah, right here. So that's since the previous pump, which was right here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Basically perfect, but I'm gonna need another pump, which requires more engines, and I don't presently have engines. So let's get to the car, and we'll resume this after a brief intermission to make more shit. But we're almost at that wall, and then this wall is a very short journey. We are gonna have to pipe this fuel all the way over there, though. I'm just glad the walls haven't gotten attacked and disrupted my workflow while I've been doing this, right? Although if the east wall got attacked, the biters would simply be fucked, like screwed with a capital F. All right. Now, we need mega fucking engines. And I also have more plastic, so I'm thinking let's just make more of those. Oh, I have engines. Boom. Yes, I made 100. That makes 8 pumps. And then with more pipes, I can make even more. We're going to want to make a lot of underground piping sections. I have a lot here, actually. Let's just grab all those. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Get rid of that. I can make way more pumps now. We're good. What I'm actually worried about is the long-distance power poles. I need copper cable. A couple of the copper drills are now depleted. Oh yeah. We're gonna be glad to have these advanced circuits made in a little bit. All right. Let's go. The work continues, my friends. It's good that we're doing this now, because honestly, if you screw the pooch too long on this stuff and you start getting big and gargantuan biters, you might end up with a situation where creatures get in that you're not even strong enough to defeat, right? But the flamethrower can pretty much stop that from happening. It definitely buys you enough time until you're able to get laser turrets and help with the offense. But I feel like flamethrower turrets are good. It's just that they allow a lot of damage to happen to your wall. Combining laser turrets with flamethrower turrets significantly reduces that damage that they can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and now we have a pump. At this point, we're going to have to continue fishing along the electrical power. And our only mandate is we make sure the lines are straight because my fragile little brain can't handle curves. Although you wouldn't know it to look at Zuzi. She's hella fine. Okay, intrusive thoughts. Don't let the intrusive thoughts in. Move that up by 1. Put it over here. Right? Yeah, I like that. Okay, we pretty much got the power all the way to the wall. This power is going to be important because it's also going to allow us to put laser turrets here later. It takes a lot of power draw to keep laser turrets going. And a considerable solar farm, but, you know, you build the solar farm once and you have it forever. Okay, we'll take a little break. We'll get all this set up. I can place the turret, like, right now. It ain't gonna take much to fortify this wall, to tell you the truth. I believe that's the spacing I want. Yeah, that'll do. So this wall is covered. However... All right, move this one over by 1 more. There we go. Perfect. I'll set up these turrets as well. We don't need coverage for the lake. We only need coverage for the land masses. The creatures cannot stand water. They do not enter it. I may only need 1 fucking turret for this entire area here, which is a welcome change. 2 would certainly help against long-range spitters, though. But I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Let's get it all hooked up. We're going to cause a little bit of a forest fire when we start using these. I might even want to clear some of that. But this is a very common place where the biters attack from. So being on the other side of this wall is actually pretty fucking dangerous. These turrets aren't even set up yet, and it's a long run to my car. So let's just try to do this quick, fully zoomed out so I can see potential attackers. That should do. Close that up. Now we continue piping the oil. This is crab and goyle. We got a fresh pump here, so it's just piping, 17 pipe sections. Perfect. Wait. Not really perfect, no. Son of a bitch. Well, I can make it work. I need to... How do I do this? I could use a landfill, technically. I haven't even researched landfill yet, but, like, I can. How long would that take to do? Not that long. We'll wait for landfill research to finish. I have a little bit of stone here, so I'll just make a little landfill, and then I'll be able to build this the way it needs to be built. Yeah. I need to be able to build on that tile right there. By the way, I haven't really gotten that flickering black screen problem since I went to windowed full screen mode, which is very interesting. I turned on full screen by pressing Alt-Enter. But if I get that black flickering screen thing, then I'm just gonna undo it later, right? It'd be really cool, though, if I could fix the black screen problem by just entering and exiting full screen mode. Like, you know, you exit it, then go back. Oh, I just got it. Okay. Alt-Enter. If I find out a way to do borderless windowed mode in Factorio, yeah, is there a way to play in borderless mode? All right, let's make a landfill piece, which is down here. I can make exactly one. It's very expensive to make. There we go. So now I can move this back, and then I can have the elbow pipe right here. Wait, yeah, not an elbow pipe, but a pump. And it'll be within range of the power. That's what we needed. Hopefully we don't have to do that again anytime soon. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't even say it. Shut up, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we have that one activated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shut up. Yeah, every time I say 6, 7 now, it literally is like I'm infected with the... You guys remember Banana Phone? Some of you who grew up during the Newgrounds era, you might recognize Banana Phone, right? I'm getting the Banana Phone, like, craze right now. Because Buddy over here said 6, 7, MSQ, and it hasn't been able to leave my head now. Every time I'm like, oh my god, I just said 6, 7 again. You know? Wait, this could use a pump, maybe? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll just put a pump right here. Shit, I need another landfill section. How expensive are they? There we go, I can craft one. Nice. Anyway, now we're gonna want to pump. There we go. Now this wall's fortified. This one is. Now we just got to do the big one over here. Which it is the biggest one. It's going to take the most to do, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, now I'm trying to deliberately avoid it. I'm saying 7, 8 so that you guys can't like trap me in the bullshit. All right, let's bring this up. All right, let's go up by one more, I think. And now we are pretty well lined up. We're gonna take this over here. You see how clean that is? We just got like the electricity going all the way around. Yeah, buddy. Although I don't like this part right here. In fact, what I might endeavor to do is combine these two oil fields into one junction. But I don't know, right? Like, I don't know. We could. And then we'd get rid of this and I'd be able to build in a big box right here. But we wouldn't buy that much space if we did that. It's just, I don't like how it visually looks. I can open this up and open that up if I do it though. So it'll be more of like a large box if I do it that way. These are the things which haunt me. Count yourselves lucky you do not have my mental issue. I gotta make another one of those. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Those are connected now. So this will be tricky because I'm gonna need like an L-shaped flamethrower set up here. And I don't want to let the flamethrowers get too close to the walls. That's the issue. Otherwise, they become spitter bait, right? So maybe we do something like that, but I don't like this corner. It feels like a very vulnerable corner. Mainly because if a spitter's standing right here at the edge, he might actually be able to attack my shit in such a way where like he can attack the walls and the flamethrower turrets can't reach him, right? So I might actually want to try to bring that corner back. Like that. But then the spitters might actually be able to attack my turrets if they're standing right there. You see my issue? It's complex to have a corner like this for sure. Very complex. Maybe I could just build the wall differently. But it's kind of risky to do that right now. Right? Hang on. I don't think I'm gonna get attacked by like big biters or anything. I hope not. Let's see. there is a 14% chance of a big biter being spawned. And I'll tell you right now, that thing could fuck me up, dude. I don't have, like, the personal flamethrower, right? God. Anyway, let's try to build this a little different. Because then I'll have an inward corner instead of an outward corner. And it should fix the problem with spitters. I'm going to clear all these so I can see what I'm building and doing. And I don't think I have enough stone segments to actually finish this, even if I grab all those, so I'm going to shrink it by 1. I might actually want to just put it up against the water. Yeah. Well, I pretty much need to put it up against the water. We are very vulnerable here, by the way. This is not a safe place to be, or like a safe thing to be doing. A big biter is like, if you thought the power creep was bad, going from small biters to medium, then, you know, trust me, it's way nastier when it's big biters. All right. We're pretty much out of walls. So if I want to do this right, I'm going to have to come back and do it later. It'll be vulnerable. So we might want to be quick about it. Where is the car? Way the fuck down there. Thankfully, the one wall that usually gets attacked the most is this one, but they may come over here. Hopefully not. Let's play it by ear. We could use a chance to refill all of the smelters back at the factory anyway. Oh, safe in the car. In the car, I can handle anything, man. We got the machine gun ammo. We're good. I could probably kill a big biter with the car. I'm assuming. I don't really know, to be fair. We are depleted on a coal drill. Okay, so that happened. Let's store a whole bunch of the wood. We do not need all of that. Yeah, I want to clean up the inventory of excess stuff. We'll keep the piping, of course. And let's make more big electric poles. Which I may want more of this for. What do I need? Steel. Alright, there we go. Should be enough. Deposit everything. Grab a shitload of coal. And let's top up all of these furnaces. And I need to grab more walls. 1,200 walls. That is what I enjoy seeing. And we have a boatload of additional advanced circuits. Now, sadly, we have not been producing plastic this whole time. Yeah, we haven't been producing the plastic. We shut down all of that production, so for now, it's stifled. Oh, we got here just in time. Well, they're full. This belt is really empty. A lot of the drills that fed it have now depleted all the resources. But that's okay. I can deposit most of the walls, but I will take 400 with me. Let's grab all that. Deposit the coal, take 2 stacks as per usual, and let's head out. What about flamethrower turrets? I might need more of those. It really comes down to engine supply, but I'll make sure I have a lot of iron and steel for making more flamethrower turrets. I can at least do that. Yeah, we can make 17. That's probably more than enough. On top of the 7 that we already have. We're going to have a lot more creative freedom once we have this infrastructure set up and I don't have to worry about base defense. Let's leave the car here in case we have to defend the base. It could get attacked at any time, and let's start delivering oil up here. Right as soon as we're done setting this up, I'll create our refinery area, but I'm thinking what I might do is try to, like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where I want to build. By the way, if I want cliff explosives... Oh god, why are those so expensive now, dude? That's ridiculous. What? Cliff explosives are like way too advanced now. Well, Jesus, next time I play, I'm just gonna disable cliffs in the world generation then. That's a retarded change. That is so stupid. You can use nukes to remove cliffs if you want to do it earlier. I don't like that either. Yeah, I think that's a major W, or major L change. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow for cliffs next time I generate a world. When was our last pump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would need a landfill for that. So we're keeping it shorter. Go here, and then we need the pump. All right. Add another pump. Let's just put another pump right here. I know it's a little early. Wait. 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we'll just add one back there. Yeah, I like having the ability to remove cliffs because then you can make everything nice and clean. You know what I mean? I feel like it didn't hurt anything, so I don't know why they moved it back there like that. Like, all they did was take things away from people. They didn't give anybody anything with a change like that. It's a mega nerf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we gotta finish building this wall now. It's time. So let's lay out the turret best way we can. I think that'll do. Then we do the other one over here. They could probably shoot that flamethrower turret. Hang on. Yeah, I don't typically like having elbows for this exact reason. It complicates a lot of it and it makes it look ugly. But given this cliff generation here, I kind of needed the elbow, you know? Yeah, it's gonna look weird no matter what. But I guess I'll just try to make sure there's a good amount of overlap, make sure it has complete coverage of the zone, and let's get them hooked up now so that they're actually able to protect us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. I'm gonna put a regular pipe here. 13. 14, 15. That's hooked up. And then we put a pump right here. I don't like having the pump there, though. Hang on. Maybe a better way to do this. I feel like this electrical power is a bit too close to where the wall now is. So I think I'll move that back here. I'll put the pump right there. Then we'll hook up the turret. In fact, hang on. Is that turret too close to the wall? I think it is, yeah. It's got to be back here on this plane. All right. Damn, I'm approaching something approximating symmetry with this. Looks kind of weird, but yeah, I'm okay with that. It has a shape, right? Like a defined shape. It looks nice. So we're going to leave it like that. And then I have the pump right there. Take care, Zelfer. Thank you for chilling. And I hope you have a good rest of your day too, buddy. Oh, there's a mod for that? Oh my god, that is actually very tempting. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna check for that mod then. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Well, I installed the mod. Thank you, buddy. Oh. Yeah, that'll give us a lot more customization potential. Wait, is the mod, like, on? Yeah. Alright, so let's check it out. Yes, okay, now we can just get the cliff explosives. What the fuck is calcite, though? I mean, it costs calcite to make. How do I get calcite? So, wow, this mod makes it so you can research it earlier, but you can't fucking... Oh my god. Okay, mods for old cliff explosives. Factorio. That's the worst update ever, man. Like, yeah, see, this is retarded, right? Like you used to be able to get rid of these and, you know. They can be researched without leaving Navi, but this doesn't help the... Yeah, change the recipe. You forgot to change the recipe. Oh my god. So this is actually abandonware, that mod. Maybe this one works. All right, we'll try the Nauvi cliff explosives. I'm going to cancel this research real quick. Nauvi cliff explosives. Install. Confirm. All right, so now I can research these green ones, and they just... Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, it costs everything that you needed before. I will never understand why the devs did that. It feels like a net negative decision. Okay, we have the electrical infrastructure pretty much everywhere. Let's bring the oil up. Although, unless I move this back... Hang on. There. We have a new pump. And this is here because of that. So I might redo this section of power delivery over here. And it's possible I don't even need it. Like, I could literally get rid of this if I want to, but it's good to have the power for mining these resources. What I could do is just get rid of this line and that line as well as this one. They've now become obsolete. As long as I have the power here where I can fish the power down to the stone and the copper, then we're good. Yeah, and I have the power here for fishing up to the iron. So I could get rid of, like, all of that. Which I think I'll simply do. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the cliff explosives. I feel like they overcooked a lot of things and they got a little mad scientist with Space Age. Like, some of the things that they changed were really good, but I feel like they overcooked with, one, the sound rebalancing. Two, the inability to toggle off shift clicking functionality for splitters if you want to toggle it off, which I do. And three, the cliff explosives thing. It does feel like they overcooked it a little bit. Anyway, we now have the Nauvi cliff explosives. One more. There we go. We're now directly above where that copper is. Let's head back down. We almost have a fully fortified and defensible base, more or less. Took a lot to get it here, but... yeah, some of these cliffs are massive, though. Like, that's the... look at all this, right? And then there's little patch cliffs, like these ones over here, that just complicate everything. Like, I'll never know what madness caused them to think that was a good idea. Cliff explosives were just a natural... it was like a good thing to look forward to. Like, oh my god, now my builds have creativity in them. I can make what I want to make and not worry about the logistics of it. And you got landfills at the same time as cliff explosives. So it was like, you were like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it, right? I don't get it. I don't know why they fucked it up. It's a very easy thing to keep right, you know? You just had to literally not change it. All right. That goes directly up to the iron. I might want it moved over a little bit more. As long as it doesn't pass through the iron vein. We need to be able to get the power up there without causing that to happen. All right, that'll do. All right, this wall is now fully fortified. We have to get rid of these segments to it. Hopefully without getting raffle stomped by shit. I don't really see a siege party. Or an expansion group or anything. We seem fine. And the turret coverage on that section is great. Now we're gonna need a new pump. Which I'm gonna have to craft. I'll make 10 more pumps. Because the next wall is the largest. Alright, maybe like 5. Yeah. Hello, Claire. A fleeting moment of service. Well, it's wonderful to see you, and I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're enjoying the sunlight and the pina coladas. All right, let's start laying out some more flamethrower turrets here. All right. Oh man, I really don't like that nest right there. Like at all. This corner is gonna make it hard to do. Let's make more and set up what we do have. The sun is scorching. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. I remember when I was in Croatia, man, it was, you could cook an egg on the pavement. It was pretty crazy. There we go. Now I don't need a new pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll add a pump right here. Okay, that flamethrower turret is now live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. Honestly, by rights, I should probably have a pump over here. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Need another one right here. In order to maintain maximal fluid speed, right? Right there. And then I think that'll do. Can I put a pipe here? I need a pump. All right, you know what? How do I do this? I guess I'll just have to put the pump right here. And then I need an elbow right there to go up. Followed by this. All right, that one's active. And then how many pipe sections is that since the pump? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, let's place the rest of the flamethrower turrets. I need to clear these trees, though. That's not out quite far enough. And this one, I actually... Okay, no, those are fine. I like that rounded corner, but it just doesn't stretch very far over the wall, right? Like, it's kind of the same problem we had over here. So, like, I don't even think I can make this into an inside corner. Maybe. Well, no, because if I do, then I end up with a situation where the biters get closer to the turrets. So maybe I can make it a slight inside corner. Slight. Please don't send an attack my way now. Holy shit, dude. I would get crushed by shit like this. Big biters. There's a worm already looking at me like he's hungry to eat me. All right, so I tried to do that, which I think will work. Yeah, just making an inside corner. 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, that'll do. Good. That was a difficult part to get, but I think we did it well. So now we just continue on with what we're doing. There we go. That's what we want. Where's the nearest pump? The top-down perspective. Yeah, it's a factory building game. The top-down perspective kind of helps to organize the logistics and everything. So it gets cool. It gets cool at nighttime. You're going to the beach around 4 p.m., but now you're just resting, eh? All right, have a good nap, sister. You take care. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later, all right? Where's the pump? It's been a while since... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a pump like right here. We have one more. I could make more. I would need stone and I'd need to make a landfill in order to fill this in. Is there any stone nearby that I can harvest? We might be in the one place in the entire map with nary a boulder in sight. Son of a bitch. Well, we have a couple rocks right here, so yes, we can make a little landfill and just make it look a little cleaner. One 144p and laggy. All right, we'll see you later, sister. Thank you very much for stopping by. It was good to see you. We need to put this landfill right here. Oh, fuck, it didn't even work. Not the way I thought it would. Yeah, we can't even place that there still. All right, fair enough. I'm gonna need more stone. It's kind of shitty. Over here. Oh shit, the views are plummeting. I was worried about this. Yeah. I mean, the series I can only keep playing it as long as we have adequate viewership, right? At that point, if it falls too low, then I have to stop. And it sucks to activate our flamethrower turrets and then it's like RIP series, you know, but I mean, that's the nature of YouTubing. You know, you got to do it for money, and therein lies the problem. So hopefully our viewership bumps up a little bit. But we do have complete flamethrower coverage. Maybe it's just a matter of small doses. Maybe I can only play a little bit of Factorio every day. And, you know, people will enjoy it for that little bit of time. And then I play something else the rest of the day. At least now, I don't need to respond every time the walls get attacked. I'll be able to work on the factory while the flamethrower turrets kill whatever comes. I did give some thought to potentially... How would I go about doing this? Well, I would pipe the oil. I would have to pipe the oil, like... I can only get rid of one of those walls, though, not both. I might just leave it the way it is, honestly. But if I did pipe it over here, I could unlock this entire space down here for building something. But maybe we'll save that till later. And we can construct and place some satellites with, you know, satellites would be pretty wise to put down right now, actually. Let's make 5. I mean, we have electrical power all over the place here, so I can create little monitoring stations for the walls, you know? Yeah, I think satellites are exactly what this is missing. The satellites are going to make sure that I can remotely observe what's happening. All right, we got to leave it right here. That's our first satellite dish. I'll put it right there. Yeah, so we can now see over here all the time. Actually, that one satellite is covering this entire fucking wall, which is pretty crazy. So I guess, yeah, that's all we need here. The satellites have a considerably large range. But with all the pumps that we laid down, we'll always minimize downtime. Between, you know, as the flamethrowers shoot the oil, the pipes have to refill with oil, but the pumps are going to make it so they refill quickly. Time to go south to the other wall and place a radar there too, for scouting purposes. I'd imagine one radar is definitely going to do for this entire space. We'll put it like right here. Yeah. Maybe I just need to rethink it. I mean, it used to be, before I did YouTube, you know, I would only ever play games for my own pleasure. These days, I never game unless I'm streaming it, right? As such, that has created a framework where my repertoire of available games is quite limited because not all games bring in the same viewership. So games that I consider amazing, that I would normally play the shit out of, like Sunless Skies or Sunless Sea or, you know, others, or Factorio, they have to be put on the back burner because I don't get the same level of viewership that I might get playing something like 7 Days to Die, State of Decay 2, you know, any other games like that, popularized games. But maybe the way I need to think it is that there should still be times where I try to play a game for my own pleasure. Like, for a while there, I would play a game, edit a video, upload it, and then play another game that I was just playing for fun. Like, that could have been RuneScape, that could have been Sunless Skies. Once I started live streaming, I started to think that if I wasn't streaming a game while I was playing it, that I was wasting the game, right? So it created this weird framework in my mind revolving around that. So maybe the way I need to think of it is, like, if I want to have a relaxed downtime day, I can. And I can play games like this that don't normally pull in good viewership. And I can just make sure that the obscure audience that wants to see these games can see it. It doesn't have to be a shitload of people, and it doesn't have to be intended for making me money. I can just, like, enjoy it, right? Just enjoy playing it. Don't think about it. Let people who want to share in the adventure share in it. And that's it, right? Okay, if I place this, like, I would need to place it, like, right here. Yeah, that's complete coverage of the zone. So I can now remotely view all of these areas in full resolution detail. I can look at the nests, I can check their evolution factor, you know, all that. God, there's even big spitters now. Oh, holy fuck. All right, now we're gonna go back to base and we're gonna start setting up our accumulators. We need a lot of accumulators to be placed. It's cool, you know, I always thought that being a YouTuber would just be so awesome, and for a while it was, but there's little things that you don't realize about trying to monetize your hobby. It definitely stops feeling like a hobby after a while. You're right? Like, what you play it's dependent on what people are going to watch. Not all games have the same viewership, and you kind of have to give your own personal gaming exploration the back burner. Yeah, this factory's really slowing down. Let's refill all that stuff with coal. Where's my car? But we've almost completely depleted all of the iron here, so I mean, that's good. I'm gonna put more drills here. All right. Connect some power. I can't put that there, but I can put it over here. And then there. All right. All right. I pretty much have a drill down on the entire node. I'm going to deposit into the car and I'm going to refuel all of these. Yeah, being a content creator, when it's good, it's damn good. There was a time I had like 100 people watching me play Vintage Story. It was amazing. So I was making like 30 bucks a day just fulfilling my hobby and playing games, right? Well, it was more like 10 bucks a day. 10 to 15 bucks a day, sometimes 20. But YouTube made a whole bunch of changes and my viewership kind of plummeted since then. It's happened to a lot of people. It's a bad time to be, probably the worst time in YouTube's history to be a YouTuber right now, to be honest with you. With the implementation of AI and all this other fucked up shit, it's just not the same as it used to be. And they're changing things about the algorithm that are making it actually a lot harder for up-and-comers. Let alone the nerfs that they're, you know, a lot of established channels are like heavily nerfed. There's iron here. I need to grab that. Let's grab the transport belts, the electric poles, the mining drills, and let's just start gathering all that. Shouldn't take much. All right, there we go. All right. 287 iron right there. I guess let's... Is there any more? No, that's it. So let's just put this here. Yeah, I want to clean out the vein. Now, one of the stone mines is, well, stone drills is empty. Grab that. Put a replacement right here. Excuse me. All right. That'll keep going now. Our stone chests are almost completely full, so if I want to continue storing more, I'm gonna have to put down some more infrastructure to pass it along through the chests. And chests themselves. We'll just double it. Yeah. We can now store twice as much stone here. Those are full. What about this one? In fact, I'd kind of like to improve this here. Do I have any stone furnaces? Or steel ones? Yes, I do. Put that there. All right, we're now producing twice as many bricks. I seem to be getting some frame rate issues. Don't know why. Maybe there's like a simple fix for it. I'll find little fixes if it continues to be a problem, but it's possible even just quitting the game and loading back in later would fix whatever the hell's going on, so I won't paint the devil on the wall yet. Okay, now we have to make more accumulators. We really don't need that many, though. I already have 140, and we need 176, so I need to make 36. And then if I cancel the work order, yeah, let's do this then. There. They'll craft them a hell of a lot faster than I could on my own. All right. So we need 5 more. Let's go. It's time to finish the grandeur of our like full solar farm. Massive amount of power. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what this can do. And the beautiful part is it's really easy to double it up later. I'm going to save a blueprint of the mirrored version with both ends completed. All right. I may as well put down the substation first so that these begin charging. All right. No power, eh? I wonder why these aren't charging. Yeah, we have like vast surpluses of excess power, so I don't know why it's not filling these. Does this make sense to you guys? Hang on. Yeah, why aren't my accumulators getting power? This is weird. Yeah, this is weird because when I look at this, it looks like we have plenty of power satisfaction here. Right? Wait, that's over the past 1,000 hours. What about like 5 seconds? Yeah, satisfaction is the amount of power. Oh, out of power currently required. Okay, so we're producing 6.1 megawatts apparently. And the drills are 3.8 megawatts. It's not nighttime. Wait a minute. Is that connected? That might not be connected. That might be why. Yeah, hang on. So that's why it wasn't fucking okay. Yeah, I was like, what the hell is going on here? But yeah, it wasn't connected. We're good. Yeah, we have a massive amount of power. Like massive. I knew there was something wrong there. Thank you, Brand. Thank you. That is exactly right, buddy. Okay. Now I have to save a blueprint of this solar farm. The entire thing. Mega solar farm. That is awesome, dude. Yeah, now we can just lay out the entire fucking thing, you know? Although, it does occur to me that we're going to need a separate blueprint that does not include the big electric poles. Does it let me place it? When it's... Oh god, well if it does, then this is going to be... It probably would let me place down all the blueprints, so I can just ignore the other part. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We got a fuck ton of electrical power made. Let's pop in the car. I am definitely getting frame rate issues, though. All right. Well, if we go into the graphics and we turn some stuff down, then that'll probably, you know, I have no idea what to change here. Could OBS be a culprit? I don't know, buddy. We're barely using any of our system. Maybe it's just a fluke. Yeah, maybe. All right. So we're back home. We have the mega solar farm that I have to add to our blueprint book. I'm going to delete this one. So we now have fortified flamethrower turret walls that will eradicate anything that attacks our base. It's been a while since we've had an attempted raid, to be honest with you. We have electrical power fished all the way around the perimeter of our peninsula. There's oil right over there. Theoretically, if I could get across the water, like with a Spidertron or something, I could make it so that the bugs can't get over the water, but the oil can. I didn't even think of that until now. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, yeah, how do we occupy our time now? The flamethrower turrets, that was a big work order that I wanted to do today. Things are good, Susanna. Things are okay. Yeah, we got our flamethrowers already. I need to get advanced oil processing. We do need to set up the... We're going to need more green science packs. But yeah, we need to set up our oil refinery. That's got to happen. Oh, my motivation is tanking, though. I feel like I'm tapped out for the day. Which is crazy, because it's 1:39. I feel like my will to live is literally fading away. I run out of motivation so much earlier in the day than I used to, you know? Like, I feel like I must have a dopaminergic disease. Like... I guess let's just get started on our factory, our refining area, but we're gonna want all of those materials to be like brought over here. In fact, at a certain point, I'm gonna want to dismantle all of this and get started on a main bus. We're like pretty much there, right? It's like main bus time. Try to automate the production of everything. The only thing that sucks about main buses is that it requires mathematical knowledge, and I have none. So, like, I never know how much of what I need, right? But maybe ChatGPT could help me with that. Yeah, maybe. Fill in the gaps in my brain. Oh, yeah. We've certainly gotten great mileage out of our starting resources. All right, I'm gonna go warm up my second cup of coffee, and maybe I'll get a second wind. All right, well, I warmed up our coffee. I suppose the only thing I can do is like switch it up to a different game right now and kind of hope it sticks, you know? All right. Save the game. God, I feel like I'm craving sunlight. Maybe I need to get more sun. Anyway, look, I don't know. I'm thinking better of streaming right now, guys. I don't really think I want to do it. I'm gonna take some time off. Not days or anything, but just like the rest of the day. Thank you for chilling. We made a lot of progress in Factorio, honestly. Like, we laid out our flamethrower turrets. We have a defensible base now. That was a lot of work. We had to fish the electrical power and the piping for the crude oil all the way around our peninsula, but we now have it fortified. So we can try to start working on a main bus in the next episode, try to get our petroleum products underway. We're working on it. And I don't know, I'm hoping there's just a multitude of factors right now that might be dragging me down. I'm hoping that, you know, when allergy season's over and just a few other things change, maybe I'll have higher spirits for longer in the day. But I have felt for a long time like I burn out earlier and earlier every day. You know what I mean? Trying to find a fix for it. I don't know what to do or how to handle it, but I'll try to figure it out. Anyway, take care, rock on, and peace out, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. And Brian, take care, brother.